Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel, and welcome back to another album review. Now, we've gone through this Juice WRLD journey and it's been great. It's been very interesting delving into this kind of music, the trap emo kind of vibes we get from him. And we've obviously gone through Goodbye and Good Riddance. If you haven't seen any of those videos, please check them out. There's a couple in the description, but there's also some throughout the channel. We have a playlist up here, so make sure you check that one out. And yeah, today we're going to be giving that album a review as standard per what I've been doing in the past couple of times. We've so far ranked Clouds and we've done House of Balloons by The Weeknd. So essentially how this video is going to work and how I do these kind of album reviews is I do a tier list ranking each song and where they're placed on the tier list, and then I calculate an overall score for the album, and then it gets ranked among other albums. So that's how it's going to work. Now remember, this is all just my opinion, and obviously people have different opinions, and I will not have the same to yours. So if you do disagree with me, let me know in the comments and what you actually think is the best song or the worst song on the album and what your overall score would be for it. Obviously, my opinion is not going to be the same as yours, so please don't kill me, because there might be a few controversial picks in here. So first off, we have Used To. Now, Used To is... I have notes here, by the way, just to help me out, because I don't have a big head. I can't fit everything in. That's what she said. So Used To is going to be the song we start off with. Used To is going in the E tier, unfortunately. We do have a song down there. Now, it's funny enough because I remember seeing a comment on that video itself, on the Used To official video, that said this is probably the best song on the album, and I have to fully disagree. Now, I'm not sure if this was a freestyle or what was actually going on with the song, but the quality is a lot lower than the other albums, and there are parts, and it's a repeating part. It's not just one little section. It's quite long, and it's as if he's using a very bad mic quality. I'm not sure if this is showing something he made ages ago, if this is the first song he ever made, but either way, it's not really a pleasure to listen to, which is taken into consideration when making these album tier lists. The lyrics are sad and kind of hurt to listen to as well, but they are also very basic and repetitive, and you'll see a repeating theme throughout this tier list that I do not really like repetitive songs or things that repeat too much in a song. It's just not my cup of tea. In terms of the beat, the Juice WRLD beat, it's very typical for Juice WRLD to make a beat like this. So it's not bad, but it's also not great. And even for the parts that aren't muffled, the singing isn't actually that great either. So yeah, that's why this song is in E tier. Now, that's the only song in E tier, so you don't have to worry about that. But we do move on to the D tier, so this is still below average for me. So we have Hurt Me first up. So firstly, the actual beat to the song is actually really good. I do like the beat. The only problem is essentially where the song goes wrong is the content. It isn't too in depth with what he's trying to say and quite general. The problem with that is it's too short. 2 minutes for a song is not long enough in my opinion, and you can't really get enough out there. So it's definitely taken into consideration when ranking this song. Like, it honestly could have been higher with an extra verse or feature, and yeah, that really lets it down. So in the D tier for me. Next we have Long Gone. Now, the instrumentals weren't too bad for this song, but not even as good as Hurt Me, to be honest. And the vocals honestly were pretty bad on this song. But where this song suffers the most is the lyrics are so repetitive, and again, you're seeing here that I hate music that's just so repetitive. It bores me, honestly. I want something that's different and unique, and that's why I tend to not like the poppy songs, because usually they're very repetitive, and I get it can make things catchy, but it's just not good enough for me. So therefore, Long Gone is also in D tier. I think it's a little better than Hurt Me, but not by much. Okay, that is it for the D tier. Now, obviously, we're on to C tier, so from this part forth, I actually think the songs are okay. So C is okay or just average. So first we have Wasted. Now, Wasted has good parts and good elements to it. The problem is Lil Uzi Vert's part is just awful in my opinion. Now, the lyrics aren't bad. Don't get me wrong, the lyrics aren't bad, but it sounds too whiny, and it's just too whiny, and it sounds low quality compared to the rest of the album, to be honest. It's just not pleasurable to listen to, in my opinion. I didn't really relate to the content of the song either. It was general, but it wasn't relatable, in my opinion. The good things about the song is the Juice WRLD is very good, and he sounds good. Like, look, if it was just him replacing Lil Uzi as well, honestly, the song could have been in B tier. So it's unfortunate that Lil Uzi ruins it for me. I know some people might like his style, but I definitely do not. So yeah, that's a shame. So next we have Scared of Love. Now this song is very, very relatable to all of us, and it definitely knocked it up a few points for that. The only problem is the song itself I didn't particularly enjoy, compared to the rest of the album anyway. I don't really like the instrumentals, and I didn't really honestly like the singing as well in this one. And obviously it isn't bad because obviously the lyrics are very good and relatable. Yeah, that's why the song's content raises it a little bit. And finally, to finish off C tier, we have End of the Road. This song should have been last, but it was not, so that's why it's in C tier. Nah, I'm joking. Now this song has a lack of instrumentals, but it's used more of a spatial kind of out of this world experience, like you're on drugs. That's the assumption I'm gonna make there, but it's very, very depressive, which is the only problem I have with it. And I do like other depressive songs, that's the thing, but I think this one hits the nail too hard for me. And with the lack of instrumentals and other things, it makes it very focused on that. So there is definitely a time and a place for this one. Juice himself sounds very echoey on this track, and he uses a lot of reverb. Now this isn't a bad thing, but yeah, I think in this case it's one that I just don't think I would listen to much. So therefore it's in C tier. But respect to it all the same, because he is getting his feelings out there on a song. I encourage that. So now we're on to the B tier. These songs from here on are good. B tier is good. You're in the clear. So first song we have is 734 or 734. I don't know how it's really said. This song was a new addition, actually. It was released not too long ago. Maybe a couple months back. Maybe 3 months back. Time flies, man. But so yeah, this was a new installment to the album and wasn't actually with the original one, but we're going to add it in because I reacted to it. So this beat is actually very similar to Hate the Other Side. If you haven't seen that reaction as well, I did react to that song. It was kind of weird. We started off with a little bit of Legends Never Die, but I just kind of stopped for some reason. We're back doing the entire journey, so here we are. This song has a nice chorus. I appreciate the chorus more than probably the verses in this song. I think there could have been more to it, just in terms of the lyrical content and its overall meaning, but it is pleasurable to the ears, so it is in B tier for me. I'm Still is next. Now this one has a very intriguing music sample. It's not the best in the album, but it's definitely up there and very intriguing, and he tried something different with this one, which I appreciate. My only issue with the song per se is that the autotune is a little bit off at times, but that could be him still finding his footing. It's not the worst in the world, but it is a little off. However, has some very good lyrics, and it has kind of a cool vibe about the song. I kind of dig the vibe. I actually like this song despite the auto-tune stuff up. So mission failed successfully. Okay, next we have Lean With Me. Now, a lot of people would put this song higher, but I am putting it in B tier. This song is a little too poppy for me, to be honest, but I actually don't mind that too much in this edition. The instrumentals are awesome and iconic. The part I like is that it's very lighthearted, but has a dark tinge to it, which adds a ton of flavor to the song. I really do appreciate that. So I will put this one in B tier. I know I am very, very outvoted with this one. A lot of people would put this one at the top of the tier list, but for me, it's in B tier. Now, next we have Lucid Dreams. Obviously the most popular song on the album and just absolutely skyrocketed the charts. There are a lot of songs that are top tier in terms of popularity that I don't think are good. A lot of Drake songs included in that. Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. And therefore it's not the top of the album, but also not the bottom, because there is a reason it got so much love, and it's a good song. The beat is amazing and iconic as well. The same with Lean With Me. It kind of started a trend for trap beats like that in melodic rap. And the auto-tune and lyrics are on point for the song, so I can see why it got popular. But it's a good song, so that finishes off B tier. Now we're into the top dogs, the upper echelons. We have the A tier, Black and White. Now, this one's actually my most viewed Juice WRLD video, so if you haven't checked that out, please do. The playlist is there for you. You may as well check it out. But this is one of the best vocal tracks on the album, if not the best. He sounds brilliant in it and absolutely top notch. It's another popular one as well, but the lyrics are about party life. It's relatable to a lot of people. Content-wise, Juice WRLD is saying that he really wants to get rid of the party life, and he struggles because he does enjoy it, but he wants to get rid of it all the same because he knows it's not doing him any good. But yeah, definitely a good song. I added it to my playlist instantly. I love it. Next in A tier is one that a lot of people, I think, overlook, and that's Candles. And I think this track is brilliant, man. This track is probably the most theme heavy. It's very relevant. It's very relevant and relatable again. But one of my favorite parts is the vocals. The harmonies intertwine with it, and it just sounds so pleasurable to ear, especially with headphones on. I would recommend that. It's just, it's a very, very good song. I'll put up a couple lyrics on the screen that I really enjoyed. And finally, to finish off the A tier, we have I'll Be Fine. Jeez, man, this is a banger. A song that many people can relate to in terms of pushing through life and casting away anything that goes wrong without even addressing it. And that's not the way to live. Trust me, you have to address your problem. It's kind of a song for cowards running away from their problems, to be honest. The song is mostly chill throughout with a cool instrumental with it, but obviously that bass drop is what highlights it and makes it an A tier song for me. It's so unexpected and insane. Like, it threw a completely different aspect to the song. It's ridiculous. So that's why it's at the top of A tier for me. And finally, we have an S tier song here. We have the best song on the album, in my opinion. All Girls Are the Same. Now, obviously, I don't think all girls are the same, but a lot of people can relate to this song. And he spits facts. It's obviously the second most popular song on the album, and it's upper echelon in my opinion. The song is so powerful in its meaning and relatability that it just gets you in the feels every time you listen to it. Or at least the first time, anyway. The instrumentals are unique and sets it apart from the rest of the album, even more so than beats like Candles or I'm Still. It's a song that brings a large amount of people together, and we all get in the feels, and it's just, what a banger, honestly. So therefore, that is the tier list right there. The overall rating for it is a 3.6 out of 6, which I know a lot of people would give it higher, but I think he has more in the locker, definitely. And we'll definitely see that in the upcoming album, which we will be reacting to, The Death Race for Love. So this puts it in between Clouds by NF and The Weeknd House of Balloons, in my opinion. This is all my opinion. The highest possible score is obviously 6. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in for this album review. If you've made it this far, I love you, honestly. Put a lot of effort into this one, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.